All right, so today I wanted to focus on a different type of card. So these aren't tarot cards, these are actually called oracle cards. Oracle decks can vary. There's a lot of different ones out there. Um, they're different from tarot cards in that tarot cards are pretty standard. They have the 78 cards, they have the 22 arcana cards, the major arcana, and then they have the rest of the cards being the minor arcana. Oracle cards are different. They can vary in number of cards in the deck. They vary in the type of information they give. Um, they usually have pictures on the front with words, kind of giving you a snapshot of what the meaning of the card is. This one that I'm using today is called the Green Witches Oracle deck. It's one of my favorites. I don't have a lot of Oracle decks, but this is one that I really enjoy. I find that Oracle decks are really good for giving specific information in regards to either things you need to focus on or things that you need to remember. Just kind of giving you a bit of a push in guidance, and I don't know, I really enjoy them. Before I start, I wanted to. I have a Tibetan singing bowl here. I just wanted to ring the bowl just to kind of clear the space. I really enjoy the sound of this, so we're just gonna give it a go. Bells and singing bowls and different things. If you go into the history of them in magic circles, uh, they're usually used for dispelling negative energy, which in turn encourages positive energy. So I like to ring one usually before a reading, just to make sure that the space is the space is set and ready to receive whatever information, whatever energy the universe wants to bestow upon us. Um, so getting right into it, I'm gonna do again. It's a three card spread, but unlike the tarot cards, the last reading I did was the center card was the first card. It was in regards to the the focal point of what the universe wanted you to focus on. The second card, which went to your left, was the card that described what the universe wanted to give you, and the card to the right was there to describe what the universe wanted from you in order to work on that focal point. Um, this reading, although it is three card spread, just like we did before, this is going to be a different meanings behind it. So we're going to start with a card 1, card 2, and card 3. Card 1 is kind of it's what they refer to as a past card. So the past card is something that has kind of led you to the point you are at today. It's things that have happened, things that have. Oh, that one fell out. I'm just going to use that one as the center, the first card, I guess. So the first card is what brought you to the point you're at today. It's kind of like the guidance that you've had, the things that you may have already learned that you need to move on from. It can be kind of something that you need to recognize has been and move forward from. The second card is called the present card. So we have the past card, we have the present card. It's this one here. This present card is kind of like with the last reading. It is a focal point. It is kind of the energy that you have right now. But what it is if you look at it, it's in direct relation to this particular card in the past. So the past has led you to where you're at today. So this card is where you are today. It is the present card. And its energies and its information is actually going to lead you to this card. And this card is the future card. If you continue on this path, this is what you can expect to receive or expect to have happen. So this spread is good for if you want to just kind of get a snapshot of where you're at, where you've been, and where you're going. I really like this one, just to give you an idea of, you know, what the universe is kind of working on in your life. So we're going to start with the very leftmost card. This is the past card. And in this instance, this is giving us the hearth. So as you can see, it's different than the tarot cards. Unlike the tarot cards, the reverse doesn't really mean anything in this. So we're only focused on what the card itself, what the meaning is. And this card is the hearth. And it refers to safety, comfort, and spiritual connection. Again, with the tarot cards, I don't have the meanings memorized, but I am working on that. And so I got to find the meaning in the book here. The only downside to this particular deck, if you were to ever purchase it, downside is that they don't have any numbers. So you got to kind of search through the book for what you're looking for the particular cards. It is kind of broken down into sections, I guess, but it is still a little bit hard. But here we go. So the hearth card refers to safety, comfort, and spiritual connection. So the card meaning: the hearth is the spiritual heart of your home, symbolizing the presence of spirit. A physical hearth provides light, warmth, and a way to prepare nourishment. The spiritual hearth represents the spiritual nature of the home, the essence of what makes it a place of rest, rejuvenation, and comfort. The location of the spiritual hearth is unimportant, as is whatever you might use or recognize as its physical representation. It may be a feeling, a meditation, even a blanket. The hearth also symbolizes connection with those you consider family, as well as spirit. This card suggests that you look to those relationships and do what is necessary to reinforce them. Renew your connection with your hearth to keep the communication with your spirit in your home vibrant. So it asks, in what way does your connection to spirit need attention? So this may, being the past card, although it does ask questions, it also points towards the idea that these questions are areas that you don't really need to worry about anymore. Maybe you've been focusing on this, you've been focusing on building a friend group, focusing on building connections with your family, maybe building connections with the spirit, as it says. And what it's saying is that in doing that in the past, you have created something that is comfortable. You created something that is a focal point for yourself whenever you need to find that comfort, whenever you need to, like I said, it could be a blanket, it could be whatever it is, you've already done this. So it kind of gives you an idea to look into your life and say, you know, what is this that I've already created? How have I done this? How has it affected me? What have I put in place to make sure that I have the comfort that I need when it comes to family, friends, spirituality? It's already in place in your life. And in doing so, the next card that we're doing is the present. Because you've already got this in place, and again, it may take some searching, some mind, some going through your mind and realizing what it is you've already done to put this in place. But in doing so, and having put this in place, it's directly impacted your present. And the present card we have as leaves. And its words are renewal, revival, and progress. So again, I'm going to find that card in here. Like I said, this is the The only real downfall to this, the art is beautiful. The messages I find are really nice to receive. They write them really well in this little booklet. Here we go. So revival, renewal, and progress. So leaves are how plants and trees take in sunlight and part of photosynthesis, convert it to food. The process also transforms carbon dioxide into oxygen, a byproduct that further sustains much of non-plant life on Earth. In this way, leaves and cards remind you that you may need to pull ideas and solutions from different places to get your desired results. Don't just rely on well-used patterns. Work to emerge new patterns in your life. Leaves grow every year on deciduous trees, reminding us that the cycles continue and that the energy of nature revives after its fallow period. Leaves are how a tree interacts and communicates with its environment. Pay attention to leaves, and you will likely find that you are more in touch with the weather, seasonal shifts, and the well-being in your immediate environment. And the reflection is, do you need to pay more attention to your feelings and intuition? One of the things that I know for me when I think about a card like this, paying more attention to your feelings and your intuition. A lot of times I find that I don't trust my feelings or intuition because I haven't got a firm grasp on where I ground myself, where I find my comfort, my connection. And when you're disconnected, when you aren't focused or aren't confident in where you find your connection, it's hard to rely on your own feelings and rely on your own intuition and your own thoughts, because one of the things that comes from having a good friend group, a good family group, a good connection to spirit is that confidence in knowing that they've got your back. It's that confidence in knowing that they're helping you, that they're leading you through life, that whenever you need something, whenever you're not sure of something, they're there to support you and to kind of give you the best advice that you could possibly receive. It doesn't always mean that you're going to listen to the advice, but you at least have the ability to understand that you've got people looking out for you. And when you've got people looking out for you, and we've got spirit looking out for you, it's a whole lot easier to move in the direction of trusting your own intuition and your own feelings, because they come from a place of being loved, a place of being supported, a place of knowing that whatever happens, someone's got your back. So even if you trust your feelings and your feelings end up being wrong, you've got someone you can rely on. Got someone you can lean back on and trust that they're going to be able to take care of you. So I think with this card, what it actually is saying is that you've got this in place. You definitely have to look at your life and ask, where is this? What have I done to secure this? But you do have this in place, whether you recognize it or not. And in doing so, you can confidently look at your feelings, look at your intuitions, and move forward with confidence. And then in doing so, if you can do that, if you can rely on your support systems, and you can rely on your intuition, and you can rely on your feelings and move forward with that, that's going to move you forward into this future. This particular card is Salt, and it's protection, banishing, and negativity. Sorry, protection, banishing negativity. So we're going to open up to Salt here. Here we go. So salt is essential to life. The mineral is so precious that it has been used as currency at times in history when its collection was labor-intensive and time-consuming. In magic, it's an all-purpose component used to create barriers to protect you as a purifying ingredient in various blessings or holy waters, and as a cleansing implement that removes unwanted energy from magical tools or spaces. Salt reminds you that you can have easy means to dispel negative energy and protect yourself. You don't have to struggle. Salt is your partner in self-defense. Draw boundaries and keep yourself guarded against negativity. Remember to keep the energy surrounding you as clean as possible. And the reflection is, Is there someone or something you need to set a boundary with for your own well-being? That's a deep card. There's a lot that could be said, especially in regards to the idea of setting boundaries. If you're not aware of what exactly setting boundaries is, it's the idea that you are creating a place. When you set boundaries between yourself and another person, you're kind of creating a place where you're saying, this is as far as I'll go, and I won't go any further. To put it in other words, you're saying, this is where, between you and me, we're really close, but this is where the lines are drawn. And sometimes that can be really hard. If you've ever been involved in a relationship where there's addictions or abuse involved, it can be really difficult to set those boundaries. But it's a necessary part of being a whole person. And the protection that you receive from setting boundaries, the protection that you create when you do that, is going to be essential for giving you that peace, giving you that ability to know that you're in a good space. When it ties into the idea of paying attention to your own feelings and paying attention to your own intuition, what it's saying is that if something doesn't feel right, you've got to trust that. It's really hard to look at those boundaries, and it's really hard sometimes to say, this is okay and this is not okay. But really, what you're doing is you're allowing yourself to teach someone how to treat you, what you want to be treated as. Yeah, there's a lot you could say about that. I'm just gonna leave it at trust your own intuition and protect yourself, because your intuition is the thing that it's sometimes need to be worked on, sometimes need to be grown, kind of like a muscle. But your intuition is going to tell you what's right and what's wrong. It's going to tell you what you need to do in order to protect yourself, and in order to not only yourself but protect those that are around you, your loved ones. It's really important that you have the ability to set those boundaries, and in some instances say enough is enough. An interesting thing about salt as well is a lot of times it's used in magic. You can create a magic circle with salt, and the idea is that whatever is within that circle is protected. Whatever is within that circle is safe from outside influences. And that's kind of what you want to do. You want to create a boundary around yourself and around those you love, with clear intentions of what you will and what you will not allow within the relationship, within the situations, whatever comes. So that's a really important card. So again, this is the Green Witch's Oracle deck. Another great deck. I do enjoy this. I look forward in showcasing some of the other decks that I own for future videos. But for now, hopefully this gave you kind of a bit of an insight, a bit of a push in your own life into perhaps where you need to make some changes, where you need to put some focus, where you need to set some boundaries. Before I go, I just wanted to say one interesting thing that I find about tarot cards and about oracle cards is that the readings are really universal. You could get 6 different people looking at the exact same reading and have 6 different epiphanies, or 6 different ideas of what the cards are telling them to focus on. Which is why I really enjoy these. Even for myself, when I'm doing my own readings, or when I'm not sure about making a decision, or when I'm not sure about where I want to go in life, the cards are really interesting in not necessarily telling the future, not necessarily giving me direct answers of what I should or shouldn't do, but kind of opening up that subconscious mind and telling me what I think, what I already know. Which is why I think they speak to so many people on so many different levels. Because essentially, we all have the ability to heal ourselves. We all have the ability to know what we want. And I think the cards, in whatever form you use them in, the cards are just there to kind of pull that out and point you in the direction that you already know you want to go in, but are just confused because there's a lot of white noise. There's a lot of things going on in pretty much everyone's life, that can kind of muddle up what you want from life, what you are hoping to receive from life. And these cards, they just kind of act as a kind of a focal point to bring that focus back into yourself and what you're wanting out of life. And that's why I think, I don't know, I really enjoy them, and I think they're a beautiful tool that you can use. One of many, but one of my favorite tools that you can use to help you when it comes to guidance, or when it comes to giving you an understanding of where you're going in life. So that being said, I just want to thank you again for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got some good information out of it, and I will see you next time.